All right, shalom. Good afternoon, boys. Here, welcome to the Covenant. Well, a lot of people, they have this misconception regarding living out in the country and the notion that there's nothing to do. Your children are going to be all cooped up, and that they're not going to be socialized. I've heard that, a lot. However, you gotta understand that there's definitely a trade-off, and everything is not as what it may seem when it comes to living out in the country. Yeah, sure, there's a whole lot less activities out in the country. However, there are activities. There are things that you can do with yourself and your family individually. There's local parks, at least out here. There are local parks. There are, fountains, things of that nature. All of that stuff you can get access to. I mean, out here we got Discovery Park. I don't know if they are across the nation. I just know that there's this big park that we can go to, and there's all types of activities, and we go there. There is in the summertime where we go to as well. There is a pool park with slides and everything, and that is within driving distance, within an hour of the property. There's Chuck E. Cheese, there's restaurants, there's all kinds of stuff that we do as a family. There's the local mall, there is Jump Park, there's Atomic Park. There are shows that we can go to and that we do take them to in the local plays, operas, musicals. There's all these things that can do, and we are still living out in the country. It's just not the flashy lights and stuff that the cities provide, and they also provide a lot of crime. They provide a lot of debauchery, in which your children are constantly exposed to. And for me personally, I did not want my children to look at this stuff and be desensitized to people identifying as all kinds of things. Men identifying as women, women identifying as men, children is identifying as men, men identifying as children, women identifying as boys. All types of stuff, is going on, and this causes confusion. And I did not want confusion to be invading the minds of my children, because they're my children, and they're my responsibility to instill morals and values and then tell them what is and what is not. Now, if someone wants to teach their children a different philosophy, perspective, and viewpoint on these various topics, whether it's religious, political, social, whatever it may be, they have their right to do that. But the problem that I have is that there's others out there that are going to tell me how I should raise my children, and that's where the buck stops. That's where the line is drawn. Because I'm not trying to impose my ideals or values on anybody else. So therefore, you're not going to be allowed to impose yours on mine. I don't care who you are. But when you have tyrannical government, when you have these people that are in these positions, they feel as though they have a right to dictate any and everything about you and your personal life. They honestly feel in their heart of hearts that they have a right to do so. And there's nothing that you're going to do with a person that thinks that they're megalomaniacs, they're narcissists, they're inadequate in themselves. This is why they have to do this to others, because they're not happy with themselves. But, like I said, I'm not trying to be in a situation where my children learn all types of what I define as immorality. Now, if you define it by a different standard, then that's fine as well. But there are things that you can do. There are activities that we take place in, and I was like, I'm driving down the road, and I see, you know, the icy spot that this is open every spring and summertime, where you can go ahead and buy a nice little icy, and that's what my daughter's doing right now. And these are the kind of things that, you know, that uplift them, that, you know, it don't take much for them to, you know, really be you know, encouraged and uplifted, entertained, and we can all do it because we do it as a family. So I'm gonna go and get on back. I'll tell you, is it enough for you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hopefully we can share some with your sisters, but we're gonna get after it. All right. But this is what it's about. Yes, there are activities. Yes, you can have a good time. You just have to renew your mind. Shalom.